true artist. So let's get it, yeah, let's see what we can uncover. One that defies your world, gives you truth and life. One that excels, special reminder, guide your way through this shadow world.
Alright. Hey everyone. Welcome to Persona 4 Golden. What a nice colorful intro, huh? Let's go ahead and get started. Sure. Just some of the online features the game has. Alright, full disclosure here. My first playthrough of Persona 4 Golden, I actually went ahead and played through on very hard. Not that it takes a lot more skill or anything like that. Honestly, at very hard and hard, you're just gonna have to do more grinding and pay a little bit more of attention to the patterns of the bosses and regular enemies as well. So, I mean, it's not something that is going to take a particular amount of skill versus the other difficulties. But I think for this playthrough, I'll go ahead and play on normal just to show you guys, how the game is meant to be played, and also, one extra little detail that I find kind of nice is, as you go up in these difficulties, you can see that scooter on the side gets either bigger or smaller, depending on which way you go. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Yes, please. I know I will.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. Ah, it seems we have a guest with an intriguing destiny. My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance.
Hey Igor. How's it going, buddy? So I guess now would be a good time to go ahead and talk a little bit about Igor here. So Igor is a recurring character in the Persona series, and as far as I know, he's appeared in every Persona game so far. From Persona 1, the two versions of Persona 2, 3, and 4. But it's implied that Igor is a very powerful being. Not necessarily a human or a god or anything like that. We really don't know, but he is very helpful to us throughout the game, and he does a lot of things for us. So he's a great guy. He's a great guy. But my god, look at that nose. I think you could use that as a weapon. But anyways.
This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It is a room that only those who are bound by a contract may enter.
So I guess I should also talk a little bit about the Velvet Room here, this so-called Velvet Room. So the Velvet Room is also a reoccurring element of the Persona series, and it appears in every Persona game, to my knowledge. And in Persona 4, it takes on this sort of limousine appearance that is going through this ethereal realm, or something like that. In Persona 3, it's actually a little different and appears as a room inside of an elevator. And it changes from game to game, and I believe it's based off of the protagonist. So, just a little bit about that.
It may be that such a fate awaits you in the near future. Now then, why don't you introduce yourself?
Sure. Alright, so one thing you might notice is they're asking for our last name first instead of our first name. And the reason for this is that in Japan, it's customary to to refer to people by their last name first, then their first name, or whenever you introduce yourself as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just name the main character the given name in the Persona 4 anime, which is Narukami Yu, or Yu Narukami. Alright. Let's proceed.
I see. Now, let's take a look into your future, shall we? Do you believe in fortune-telling?
Not normally, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Igor.
Each reading is done with the same cards, yet the result is always different.
So in case anyone's wondering, those cards he has are tarot or tarot cards. I'm not sure how you pronounce them. I've heard it both ways. But essentially just a way for people to come up with fortunes.
Life itself follows the same principles, doesn't it?
I suppose so.
The tower in the upright position represents the immediate future. It seems a terrible catastrophe is imminent.
Oh no!
The card indicating the future beyond that is... the moon in the upright position. This card represents hesitation and mystery. Very interesting indeed.
If you say so, Igor.
It seems you will encounter a misfortune at your destination, and a great mystery will be imposed upon you.
This whole thing is one big mystery.
In the coming days, you will enter into a contract of some sort, after which you will return here. The coming year is a turning point in your destiny. If the mystery goes unsolved, your future may be forever lost.
That doesn't sound good.
My duty is to provide assistance to our guests to ensure that does not happen.
Well, thanks, Igor. I appreciate that.
Ah, I have neglected to introduce my assistant to you. This is Margaret. She is a resident of this place, like myself.
My name is Margaret. I am here to accompany you through your journey.
Hey, Margaret. How's it going?
We shall attend to the details another time. Until then, farewell.
Later.
I'm tired of diets. Enough with going to the gym. Good thing there's something even I can handle.
Slim down this summer with the refreshing taste of Calorie Magic.
And we're back. Now on to some juicy news. The Mayumi Yamano scandal. I'm sure everyone is
Yeah, first he bags a singer, then he has an affair with a TV announcer on the side. Do chicks really dig politicians?
Isn't it just stuff like money and connections? When you get down to it, financial and political clout is what matters.
Hey, what is that supposed to mean?
Well, what do you think?
Well, I'm sure that you all know already, but at the end of this month, he will be transferring to another school.
Seriously?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe this.
Quiet down, guys. I'm not done yet.
We will arrive at the Yasogami terminal in a few minutes. Passengers headed for Inaba City and Yaso Inaba Station, please go to the other side of the platform.
The scandal involves the Enka star Misuzu Hiragi preparing to tour overseas. Taro Namatame, a council secretary in the Inaba region, whom she married just last year, is now under suspicion of having an affair. What's more, his rumored mistress is the well-known TV announcer, Miss
Should we
Mayumi
go
Yamamoto.
soon?
Yes, just
The
about.
question on everyone's minds is how this love triangle will affect.
Yaso Inaba. Yaso Inaba.
Hey, over here.
Man, what a cutscene, huh? I think I need some of that calorie magic, don't you think? But anyways, in addition to that, that cutscene was just chocked full of information. In addition to our student, our main character right here, getting transferred, he also had some interesting visions and dreams. But anyway, let's go ahead and proceed.
Well, you're more handsome in person than in your photo.
Well, thank you.
Welcome to Inaba. I'm Ryotaro Dojima. I'll be looking after you. Let's see, I'm your mother's younger brother, and that about sums it up.
Cool, so you're my uncle. I feel like, since he's our uncle, we must have seen him before at some point. So,
I'll say, you've really grown. I still remember when you were in diapers.
guess I was right.
This here's my daughter. Come on, Nanako. Introduce yourself to your cousin.
Hello.
What an eloquent introduction. Oh, she's shy.
What are you so shy for? Ow!
Nice, Nanako.
Well then, let's get going. My car's over there.
Hey. You dropped this.
Hey, unfriendly looking girl, who we did not see in the intro at all. Thank you.
Whatever. All I did was pick it up.
The descriptions of the other people in this game, kind of interesting. Not sure exactly what about her makes her look unfriendly, but it's what the game says.
What's wrong?
Hi, welcome to Mole.
Ah, Mole. Some of the generic names that they give in this game for pretty much everything are pretty funny, and we'll come to see that later from a lot of the drinks you can buy from the vending machines. Those have some interesting generic names, but anyways.
Can you go to the bathroom by yourself?
Uh-huh.
It's in the back, to your left. You know which way's left? The side you don't hold your chopsticks in.
Jeez, you condescending prick. She can tell her left from her right.
I know. Jeez.
You tell him, Nanako.
Are you taking a trip?
No, we just went to pick him up. He just moved here from the big city.
A city, huh?
Fill up my car while you're at it. Regular's fine.
Right away, sir.
Good time as any for a smoke.
Smoking at a gas station.
Are you in high school? Does it surprise a city boy to see how little there is out here? There's so little to do, I'm sure you'll get bored fast. You'll either be hanging out with your friends or doing part-time jobs.
Well, you're right about the latter. I'm not sure I'll get bored.
Speaking of which, we're actually looking for part-time help right now. Give it some thought, why don't you? We don't mind if you're a student. Oh, I should get back to work.
You go do that.
Are you okay? Did you get car sick? You don't look too good.
Oh no, I feel a little dizzy.
What's wrong? You okay?
I think after a long train ride like that, I'd be tired.
That's understandable. It must have been a long trip for you.
That it was.
Why not take a little walk? Get some fresh air. Just let me know when you're ready to go.
Sounds good to me. Alright. We finally have control over our character, albeit limited. Alright. So, hey, it's that unfriendly looking girl. It was just your imagination. Alright, let's check out some of these stores. Looks like we got a bookstore right here. Now this store right here, this is a great one. Daidara Metalworks. I mean, with a suit of samurai armor right outside, how could you not want to go in? But we decide not to enter anyways. So one thing about this game that I really enjoy is some of the detail in the environment here. A lot of the time, what happens in games, at least in my experience, is you'll see a lot of buildings and, you know, things in the environment that are nice and clean and a little bit probably too pristine when you compare it with the real world. And if you take a look using Daidara's shop here as an example, I mean, look at that sign. It's all rusty, it's a little bit of dirt too, and like look at this wall here. You know, it's cracked. It's got a little bit of dirt on it and other things. So I think that actually makes the world in this game look more real and not necessarily immersive, but just it makes it stick out as more believable, if that makes any sense. Alright, let's see what this old woman has to say. And see, she explains that everything's a bit run down here, and the environment definitely gives you that feeling. What do we got here? The Marukyu Tofu Shop. Cool. Let's see what these two are up to. A sibling dispute, huh? I have some experience with that. And actually, you know, I never noticed this before, but these two right here are actually relatively or somewhat important to the story. So I never noticed they were just hanging out here, so that's interesting. Didn't catch that last time. What's up, man? Inconvenient and convenient at the same time. That's interesting. Ah, the Shiroku store. Friendly looking old lady. She'll become more than just friendly looking later. We shouldn't wander too far off, I guess. Alright, let's go ahead and save. So, I will be rotating my saves and just overwriting all these old ones, but I do want to make sure that I don't overwrite this New Game Plus file I have right here. So just to be sure, I'm going to be rotating through 12 and then going back. So and this this blue butterfly here is one of our save points throughout the game, and yeah, the butterfly sort of is a symbol of one of the characters in one of the older Persona games. I believe his name is Philemon or Philemon, something like that. And he's sort of like the god of order or something like that. I'm not too familiar with it, but I'll have to go back and play those games at some point. But that's sort of why there's this blue butterfly hanging around right here as our save point. But with that, let's get out of here. Oh, thanks, Nanako. I am ready.
All right, let's have a toast.
Sounds good to me. Bonsai.
So, your mom and dad are busy as always. They're working overseas, was it? I know it's only for a year, but getting stuck in a place like this because of your parents? It's rough being a kid.
You know, sometimes it is. Sometimes it is.
Well, it's just me and Nanako here, so it'll be nice having someone like you around. So long as you're here, you're part of the family, so make yourself at home.
Thanks, Dojima.
Come on, there's no need to be so formal. Look, you're making Nanako all tense.
Oh, sorry, Nanako.
Well, anyway, let's eat.
Itadakimasu.
Oh, who's calling at this hour? Dojima speaking. Mm-hmm. Yeah? I see. So where is it? Uh-huh. All right, I'm on my way. Looks like I made the right choice to skip the booze. Sorry, but I gotta go take care of some business. Go ahead and eat without me.
So this is a common theme with Dojima, as you'll see. He has to be one of the worst workaholic parents that I've seen in really anything, so you'll get to see more of him skipping out in the future.
I don't know how late I'll be. Nanako, you help him out, okay?
Okay.
Nanako, it's raining out. What did you do with the laundry?
I already brought it in.
And Nanako, on the other hand, has to be one of the most responsible kids that I've seen.
All right, well, I'm off.
For this week. Next, let's take a look at the hourly breakdown of tomorrow's weather. With storm clouds moving in from the west, expect rain throughout the day tomorrow in most areas.
Let's eat.
You might want to strike up a conversation. Alright. I'll play along. You know, it really must be tough.
It's always like this. My dad's a detective.
And now for the local news. City Council Secretary Taro Namatame is under fire for an alleged relationship with a female reporter. His wife, Enka ballad sensation Misuzu Hiragi, revealed to this station that she will likely pursue damages. In response, iTelevision has decided to cancel all of announcer Mayumi Yamano's televised appearances. Until allegations of an affair with Mr. Namatame are resolved, she'll remain off the air and out of the public eye.
This is boring.
You said it, Nanako. I agree.
At Junes, every day is Customer Appreciation Day. Come see for yourself and get in touch with our products. Every day's great at your Junes.
Every day's great at your Junes.
Aw, how cute, Nanako.
Aren't you going to eat?
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Alright. So this is the Dojima residence. And this is actually a pretty good representation of what an average home looks like in Japan. A little cramped, you could say. It's got some tatami mats down here, as well as, I believe they're called zabuton, that you sit at. And you might notice that this dining table here, or living room table, whatever you want to call it, is very, very low. So instead of having an actual chair like the table over here, you would just sit or kneel on these cushions. But let's go ahead and check on Nanako. You should leave her alone, huh? Well, I guess so. A quiz show. Alright, and now one of the most important elements in any house. The fridge. Some fried rice, you say? Screw it. Let's do it. That is very strange. I don't know what kind of fried rice that is. Hint, hint. Alright, and here's our save point within the house. So, I think this is a good opportunity to go ahead and call it an episode. And I'll go ahead and save right here. And, whoops, I just saved over the first save. Well, no big deal. We're only 30 minutes in, so it'll be okay. Well, thanks for joining in, and hope you enjoyed watching. I'll see you next time.